with balsamic vinegar. So let's come on over. This is a dish that I do at my restaurant Bolo, which is my Spanish restaurant in New York. So this is the inspiration. This is sort of like an updated eggplant parmesan. When you choose an eggplant, make sure it's nice and shiny on the outside and it's firm. Okay, the texture should be really firm. This way you know it's going to be a good eggplant. So we're just going to make about 4 slices, about 3/4 of an inch thick. Straight down, and you can leave the skin on. Okay? And we'll take a cookie sheet pan, and usually eggplant absorbs lots of oil, but we're just going to brush a little bit on, just so it doesn't dry out. And a little salt and pepper. Bring out all those flavors. And we're going to put this in the oven, 350 degrees for about 25 minutes. And then we're going to get some balsamic vinegar, because we're going to make a great glaze, sort of like a really quick sauce with one ingredient for this dish. Balsamic vinegar is made from white grapes, and then they put them in barrels. They let them ferment for years, and you get this rich, delicious balsamic vinegar. It's sort of sweet, has great flavor. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to cook the balsamic vinegar. We're going to make sort of a syrup out of this. Hot pan, you want it to start to bubble as soon as you put it in. Put the whole bottle in. And we want to let this come to a boil and reduce down so all the flavors concentrate. And what's going to happen is you're going to get sort of this syrupy consistency, okay? Be careful. You just want it to simmer, a slight boil. You don't want it to burn. There's lots of sugar in there. If it gets sort of a little bitter flavor, you can put a little honey in, but you may not need to do that because the sweetness of the balsamic vinegar is going to make it nice and sweet. So you want to get to this sort of syrupy consistency, and this sort of resembles like the 100-year-old balsamic vinegars that cost a fortune. And you can make sort of a version of that with your ordinary everyday balsamic vinegar. Okay, so we have the eggplant in the oven. We have the balsamic glaze done, and now here's some that have cooled off. Okay, see, they're just fluffy and light, cooked through, takes no time at all. And now we're going to build them with some fresh mozzarella. Okay, just make some slices of mozzarella. Here, I can make a couple more slices. Now, you should cut the mozzarella right at the last minute so that it stays really moist. Otherwise, all the juices or the milk from the mozzarella is going to run out. And we're going to stack these. So let's put 2 on each one, season it, and in between each layer, we're going to put some fresh oregano. Or you can use whatever herb that you'd like. But try to use fresh herbs for this. Really makes a difference. Take a few more. You can tear it or you can rip it. Okay, so let's stack them. Eggplant, mozzarella, oregano, eggplant, mozzarella, a little more oregano, one more piece of mozzarella, some eggplant, season it, and we're going to put this in the oven for about 10 minutes. We'll just leave it out here. And this is what it looks like when it's done. If I can get this towel out of here. Be careful. See how that looks? It's beautiful, right? The mozzarella starts to melt. It brings the eggplant and the mozzarella together. The oregano isn't too cooked. You know, it's still fresh because you only cooked it for 10 minutes because everything is really cooked, right? The mozzarella, you know, doesn't really need to be cooked very much. The eggplant was cooked ahead of time, so you're just bringing all the flavors together. It's going to leave it nice and fresh. Let's go over to our salad because we're going to make sort of a salad out of this, and the greens are going to go really well. This is mesclun, which are baby greens, right? You have some red oak, baby green oak. We have some baby romaine lettuces, and you can find these are really tender and delicious. Quick vinaigrette. You can make your own vinaigrette ahead of time, or you can use your favorite, bottled dressing. But what I like to do is to roll a lemon to get break up all the juices inside, and just squeeze the lemon juice right over the greens. Just drizzle a little bit of olive oil. Season up your greens. This is, do this the last minute. Okay, just kind of mix them up. Now we're going to bring our eggplant over. Still warm. And we're just going to cut it right in half. Now you can make this an appetizer. You can make this sort of a big entree salad. I'm just gonna cut it in half on the diagonal and see what happens here. You can see all the layers. See that? Look how delicious that looks. We're just gonna build up the greens on top. And don't forget, lots of flavor with this balsamic glaze. Just gonna take a spoon and just gonna drizzle. And this is intense flavor. This is serious flavor right here. See that? Just put a little bit on the plate, and there you go. And when we come back, a dessert that's light and fruity. We're making pineapple granita, an Italian specialty, when the main ingredient returns.